Toxic positivity and how it's a cancer. Let's get on into the topic. What's up, everybody? 2024, a new year. Time to be positive. All the bad things that happened in 2023, it's time to put that all aside. It's time to welcome our wonderful 2024 and think positive. No negativity. I don't want to hear about no negativity. Well, nobody wants to hear about negativity, but that's the thing. Life is full of negativity. Everything you mainly hear is negative. Every time you turn on the news, there's full negativity. Buildings collapsing. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Bronx, but a building collapsed in the Bronx a few weeks back, and I think another building, I don't know if it was in the Bronx, but I heard another building, one of the areas collapsed or whatever. That's all you hear. Buildings on fire, this is on fire, this collapsed, this went haywire, that went haywire. Life's just a bunch of bad, just negativity. A few weeks ago, I think there was a helicopter crash, if I'm not mistaken. I just listen briefly to the news. I don't even really listen much, but without hesitation, without further ado, when you turn on that TV, on the news, you just hear something going bad. It's nothing new. It's like people think when the new year comes or whatever, it's going to be all magical and different, when that's not really the case. It's just another day. And as you can see, we are here another day. Another day in a negative environment. No matter how many times you explain to people that life is mainly negative more than positive, people always, the NPCs, whatever you want to call them, the assholes, the simps, the saps, whatever, the sheeps, whatever, they just lack to understand that I'm not saying there's nothing positive in life, but mainly, yeah, there's more negative, honestly, than positivity, And there's people that say, you always talk negative with that mindset. You're not going to get anywhere with that mindset. No wonder why you're the way you are. First of all, I just see it. I just see for what life is. In a way, maybe it does suck, because when you don't see for what life is, maybe things don't bother you as much, because you're kind of, I guess you could say, blind or dumb and just don't see it. Like when I was younger, I always seen something strange about life, but at the time I didn't really put my two senses in. I didn't have really the intelligence that I have now then. So, I noticed something was weird, but I wasn't fully aware of what. So, at the time, things didn't bother me as much because I was a kid, and, kids are more clueless. But now when you just see for what everything is, you're like, wow, this is a real dump. Like when you really it's just common sense. When you really look at this clearly, you could just see what a dump and what a shithole life truly is. And there's always people that say, stop talking like that, stop being negative. And I'll say this a million times, not that it's going to solve anything. You're always going to get these idiotic people, but I'll say it anyway. I'm not myself being negative. I'm just seeing everything around me that's negative. I'm not crying. I'm not like, how can I put it to this? I'm not, sobbing or saying, I hate this shit. I do hate this shit. I got to be straightly honest, but I'm not, trying to sound depressing and trying to drag everyone else downhill or anything. I'm just basically describing what life itself truly is, and life is mainly negative. It's just a proven fact. It is, whether people want to admit it or not. It's just You could accept it or you could decline it, but really, in all, you gotta accept it whether you want to or not. If that makes any sense, because it's just mainly negative. What good do you really hear? You know, what positives are there? I really don't even know if I can think of any. But I could tell you so many negatives that I could tell you right off the bat. Positives, I mean, I don't know. I really can't think of any because the truth is there isn't any. There really isn't any. You're a walking zombie. You got to get up at the crack of dawn to go to work every fucking day. You know, there was this silly thing on Facebook. I don't know if I actually said this on my previous videos, but I might have. But I'll say it again. Fuck it. I mean, I don't know. But usually in the wintertime, it gets dark early. Like around 4:30 or so, it's already pretty much getting dark, if not already dark, nighttime. There was a meme that says, going to work in the morning, it's dark. And then coming home from work, it's dark. And yeah, now that I remember saying that, I did mention this in a video. Sorry for repeating it again. But there was a meme basically saying you're going to work when it's dark. It's not even daytime yet. So think about it. You're still half out of it, yet it's dark out. And then you're coming out of work. You're clocking out of work at nighttime again. It's like you barely even get to see the day, because throughout that day, you're working. And when you're getting ready to the process of getting ready to go to work, that's when it's dark. I mean, you're just literally a walking zombie. I don't see anything positive about that. You know? You only get 2 stinking days off. Some people don't get no days off. But at least 3 days would have been a tad bit more fair, but still. You're working 5 days a week mainly to just get 2 days off. This is all basically negativity of just life itself. But people say, oh, you're lazy, you're this, you're that, you know. And hey, I am who I am, but it's the truth. It's just downright fucking just cold, you know. You're like a machine. They have artificial intelligence that could be doing most of this shit, if I'm not mistaken, and it's yet we're treated like the robots. We're literally just like a machine, because they don't really care for us. They don't care about us mentally, physically. They only care of what we're able to do, what job we're able to do, you know, what we're able to produce for them, if that makes any sense. And if you're not good at doing it, then you're fired, you're replaced like that. Or not, you're just a number. And I've said this numerous fucking times, because it's just, it's legit the facts. You're just a number. If you can't do, you know, if you can't do your shift, your job, whatever the hell, then another number's waiting to take your position. You know, it's just a complete rat race, just a circus, whatever you want to call it. Rat race, sheep race, NPC race. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It's fucking just mainly negative. Like, I just don't see anything positive about this life. I'm not saying I'm an unhappy person. I'm not saying I'm a depressed person. I'm not saying like I'm a Grinch or whatever the hell, but I just see life for what it is, and I just say to myself, man, what a dump, what a shithole. You know? Like, when you really think about it, it's mainly just negative things going on. You could just never really hear anything good going on. Like, think about it right now. As I speak, something bad's going on right now. Mainly, there's just bad things. There's always people up to no good. Always sick, crazy people out there doing whatever the hell. You know, what do you really ever hear good happening? We've been getting storms here in New York. A lot of rain. People's houses are getting flooded. As soon as I turn on the news, I already see people's properties submerged underwater. That ain't positive. People now's property got destroyed. Basements, shit like that. You know, life is just full of fucking pins and needles. That's really what life is. And what, am I crazy for saying that? Am I, should I see a therapist because I just said life is like a bunch of pins and needles? You know, how dare you say life's a bunch of pins and needles, or you need help, man. Don't think like that. Think of the positives. What positives? What positives? For anyone here that can you, any of you, give me some positives to life? Because honestly, I really want to hear some, because I can't really think of any. If you have if you have any positive things about life, please leave them down below. I am very curious of reading and seeing what them people have to say. But I could definitely give you negative things off the bat, because that's mainly what I see. That's mainly what life is. You know, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with people that think like this. It's just the truth. We see for what it is. You know, when things may feel positive, when you really think about it, when things really seem positive, when you're blind and have no clue of the negative things. But that's the thing. I can't pretend. I mean, I could pretend, but at the same time, I still see the real truth in front of me. I mean, I could pretend and say, yeah, life's good, man. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Be positive. Just keep going, man. All that shit, But obviously, that's fake, because that's not the truth of what I really see. That's a lie. That's just an in denial lie of me trying to not see it, but I can't unsee what I already see. And that goes for everyone that sees for what they see. And I say to myself, I don't know how anyone doesn't see for what we see. It's not like we're chosen, we just see the fucking truth. I mean, how could you not? That's the thing I don't understand. We all know if I jump out of a window, I'm going to fall to the pavement. We all know that. Gravity's a thing. We all know that. Every single human, well, at least I would think every single human being. Then again, you do got a lot of stupid people out there. But gravity. I jump out this window, I'm going to fall down to the floor. Well, I'm on the basement floor, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm holding my phone. If I drop, my phone's going to fall down. We all know that. We should all know that life is mainly negative, and there's really, unfortunately, barely anything positive here. I'm not saying there's nothing positive here, but I really can't think of any off the bat of what's positive. There is actually something positive off the bat that I could say. That we're going to eventually escape this bullshit. We're eventually going to be out of this misery. But the negative thing that gets in the way of it is it may not be anytime soon. Although I could be wrong. We just don't know when our time's coming up. And the scary thing is how we're going to die. See, me personally, I'm not afraid to die, but I'm afraid of how I'm going to die. With my luck, which I don't call it luck, I call it a curse, I won't go easily. I'll suffer to the very fucking ground. I'll literally suffer to the ground before I die. That'll just be in my favor, unfortunately. I hope to God I'm wrong, and I hope everyone, that's watching this video doesn't have to go in such a tragic way, but, we should all want to go to sleep one day. Whether you want to make it old or whether you want to die now, we all should want to just go to sleep one day, and that's how we die. It's the best way. It can't get any better than that. Whether you're old, young, but heck, I'm cool right now if I go to sleep tonight and that's it. I'll be out of this hell, but that's the best way to fucking go, man. Just go to sleep tonight. Well, just go to sleep in general and then die. That's the best way anyone would want to go, That's not me being negative. I mean, it's another way of saying, which way would I rather go? Dying, cancer, and pain, or whatever type of illness and pain months and months and months before I die, or just randomly just going to sleep one night and then dying. I'd rather choose that any day of the week. I'm sure anyone here watching the videos there's nothing negative about that. It's a peaceful fucking way to go. It's the best way to go. It's just the truth. Fuck. There's positive things to some extent where people say, count your blessings that you have a roof over your head, or count your blessings that you have family that love you or parents that love you, and things like that's true. I'm not going to lie. I'm thankful I have parents that love me, and I do love my parents, but however, I do question, man, why'd you have to bring me into this dump? Now, I'm not saying I hate them, but I do hate the decision that they made. You get what I mean? But there's people that literally their father or mother abuses them, or just neglects them, and so much more. So there are positive things where some people have it good in that way where they have parents or family that care about them, where there's other people that don't have it that way. That's why negative always gets in the way of it too, because not everyone has a fair life. This is something I just always got to keep bringing up because it's the truth. You know, there are people that are happy out there, and we all deserve to be happy. That's the thing I always say. We all deserve to be happy, and that's just the problem. We're not all happy. And there's just so many reasons why. There's so many negative things in life itself that prevents people from being happy. You know, such as illnesses, terminal illnesses, mental illnesses, any type of fucking illnesses, body aches, pains, you name it, man. There's so many things that cause a person to be depressed, or cause a person to just be unhappy, you know, bitter, shit like that, you know. And people just don't understand those type of people because they're not in that situation. Their life is pretty good. They're happy, they're healthy, they like their job or whatever the fuck, you know. But doesn't mean because you're all jolly and happy that that person's going to be the same way. This is why negative is just this. What I'm trying to say is negative takes over positivity. I want positivity. I wish life was full of positive. How could I not? You think I like it's like I guess how I could put it is, some people think I enjoy talking about negativity. I don't enjoy it. I'm just describing it. I want us to all live in a fair, equal world where we're all treated with respect and all with dignity. But, of course, that's never going to happen. That's why that part's a big negativity, you know? There's no positive to that thing. Race is always going to be a thing. We're always going to be racist to one another. We're always going to treat someone like shit. That's just something that's never going to change no matter what. That's something negative, too. Because a person's a certain race, a person's a certain whatever, you know. That's just, life is just full of negativity. And the majority of it goes because of how we are towards one another. We treat each other like complete shit. Hooray for me, to hell with you. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always going to be. There's nothing going to ever, unfortunately, change about that. If anything, it might just get worse. Just like everything else. Nothing changes for the better. Things just stay the same, if not get worse. At this point, I would just at least hope it could at least stay the same and not get any worse. But it usually does just stay the same, if not gets worse. And that's something negative right there too, you know. It's just, it sucks. You know, people say be strong. People say keep your head up. You know, it's easy for people that already have good things going on in their life to say that to someone that's completely got nothing in life. No home, nothing, homeless, living in the streets. You know, you're saying that to that person, but really, you're not in his shoes to truly understand what he or she's feeling or, you know, feeling, dealing with. So it's easy for you to say somebody that drives a nice ride or just something that drives and have a roof over your head. It's easy to say to someone that has absolutely none of that, to say, just keep your chin up, man. Be strong. You know, at the end of the day, you're going back to a nice heated, or vice versa, a nice cooled down room, you know, apartment or house or whatever. Well, that person's out literally in the harsh elements. Wintertime wise, you're in a nice heated place. That guy's freezing his ass off. But just keep your head up, man. Man, my balls are freezing. Keep my head up. I'm about to bury my head. I mean, but seriously, man. This is a thing people just don't understand, man. I could think of so many negative things going on in life, and I don't even know if I even can think of one positive thing going on. Negative, let's name some negative things of life. Working every day. Getting up at a crack of dawn like a fucking zombie. Needing money for every little thing. If you don't have money, you're going to live in the streets. Negative. Kids going to school. Mass shooting coming in or whatever. Or just being in school in general. It's depressing. How many of you, when you were in school, or currently whoever's still in school of watching these videos, how many people just can't stand being there, but you have no choice? You're just literally, it's like you're just literally forced to go. It's the law, you gotta go. Being in a classroom all day, you may have teachers you like or don't like, but whatever, you gotta just suck it up. It's just life is just it's just a big headache. It's just a big migraine. And I don't look at a migraine as a positive thing. I look at migraine as just a aching negativity headache. And that's just the way life is. Another thing that I can't stand, that I find cancerous what positive people say is, well, that's life, man. We all do it. It's not like you're alone. True, we all do it, but why does it gotta be this way? And just that everyone does it doesn't mean everyone can handle it the same. Everyone's stress level is different, man. Not everyone can handle the same pace. Not everyone can keep up the same pace is what I'm trying to say. This person's quick at doing this job while this person may slack it. Like cash registers, for example. There's people that are good at giving change back 1, 2, 3 like nothing. Then you got people that are slower, and they sometimes make mistakes. They're not quick enough with it. And I'd probably admit, if I was a cash register, especially at a food store, I'd probably be a line all the way to friggin' Mexico, or to Area 51 for you get the joke. I mean, I'll be bad, man. I'll be fucking shitting my pants, and then that's the thing too. I'll be nervous on top of it, which will make me fuck up even more because I'm already being pressured. Like, oh shit, I gotta try to hurry up with this customer. There's so many other asshole NPCs in the line that I gotta deal with, and then oh man, I'm trying to. Oh shit, what did I fuck up with this guy? Oh great, now there's a million more people. Would you hurry up? Yeah. Fucking bullshit, man, But basically what I'm trying to say is not everyone can keep the same pace. Not everyone can handle the same thing. Just that you can handle something doesn't mean I can handle it, for example. Or just like what I can handle doesn't mean anyone else. Just everyone's fucking different. That's what makes us unique, though. That's what makes us all different and unique in our own way. We're all good and bad in something. What I'm good at, you may not be, but what you're good at, I may not be. And that's what makes it honestly unique. At least that's how I look at it as, we all have our own perks, if that, perks. We're all good and bad in something. Everyone's good and everyone's bad in something. It's just, that I truly believe, Now, with all this being said, don't get me wrong, I am thankful for the little things to some degree, but that just doesn't change the fact that there's just so much negativity in the world. There's a lot of people that say, can't you ever talk about something positive? And I would love to, but we're not in that environment where positive is really a thing. Very rare, if not at all. We live in a negative environment, and it just becomes more and more negative as the days and years passes. Just like New Year's. What are we getting all hyped for? We're getting hyped like something's going to be positive. It's just going to be a same stale, pathetic year. Just like every other year. I want to be... the truth is, I want to be positive. It's not that I'm negative myself. I'm just surrounded by negativity, the environment, the way life is. It's like it just all manipulate, all brainwashes us into thinking we need help, we need to see a therapist, shrink, whatever, and then we got to go on medication. Is how they make their money, and then nothing really wrong with us, and then now we're just fucking ourselves up with these pills, for false shit, saying, you don't adapt right to society, you don't think correctly, you find life negative, which means you're negative, not life. Nothing wrong with life. It's us that is something wrong with it. And it's all just brainwashing manipulation. That's all it is. But one thing I must say that is positive is having you guys during, throughout my journey of making these videos. And also with that being said, it's positive having each other's back in the comment sections, Even though we don't know each other, it still gives a nice warm feeling that we're all in this, and we all understand each other, instead of being around someone that just truly doesn't get you, somebody that just thinks you're crazy, or just somebody that just has no type of similarities whatsoever. It sucks. It sucks when you have no one that relates to you, understands you, knows what you're feeling. See, everyone here, mainly in this comment section, understand each other. We all feel the same way. We all understand each other the same way. It's like we all have the same, you know, expression. I don't know. We all have like the same, we have the same point of view. It's like we're almost the same people, I guess you could say. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And that's one thing I got to say positive is this community here in the comment sections. And I do truly appreciate everyone that's been sticking around from the very moment I started this channel and into this day on. Do thank you all for that. It's one thing I definitely say that's positive. Us in general cause some sort of positivity, but of course life itself is just full of negative. But it does take some edge away, knowing that there are people, and I don't know if you guys just seen that orb just literally went a lot of orbs. Almost every video I make, I see fucking orbs, man. And sometimes it's like right now, for example, I see it as I'm recording the video, but then there's times I don't see it, and when I rewatch these videos, then I'm like, oh shit, there was an orb that just came. It's like, it's crazy. But yeah, I truly thank you all very much, for sticking around and through the journey of this channel. And I do love to see when other people, comfort one another in the comment sections, and that makes me happy, man. Like we're all trying to just, how can I put it to this? We're all just trying to get by, man. We're all just trying to hang in there as best as possible. I don't know if that's considered positive, but I mean it's just a negative life. There's so many good-hearted people in this world, and we just get treated to the dirt. We just get treated like complete shit. That's another thing that's negative. Evil people, like devious evil people, nothing bad seems to mainly ever happen to them. But good people, that's where the bad things start to occur. That's another thing negative. And by me saying that, I'm not being negative. I'm just describing that's negative. Nothing wrong with me. I'm just describing what's wrong of how like karma supposedly works. Now, I'm not saying I believe in karma or don't believe in karma. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to fuck with it. I'll just put it to that. But there's a lot of good people that suffer. Meanwhile, you get these jerk-offs that they don't suffer. And I don't wish no one to suffer, but you get so many fucked up evil people that deserve so much bad things to happen to them, and it really doesn't. But here you go, you got a sweetheart of a person that's good, kind, loyal, generous, whatever whatever you can think of off the bat, and they somehow suffer from something, whether it's an illness, whether it's just whatever. It's crazy. This is where I say life's just not fair. This is why I could literally just give you a whole list of so many things negative about life more than I can say positive things about life, because it's just the straight honest truth. There's so much negativity that where the hell's the positivity? That shit's long gone. That shit drowned it in the negativity, But anyway, guys, I am gonna wrap it up for now. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and can't wait to definitely, it's just a pleasure reading the comment sections. Like I said a little while ago, that's one thing that does truly bring a warm joy to my heart, seeing so many people, agreeing to each other, comforting one another, because truth is, nothing really wrong with us people, man. We just see for what it is, and this is how we should every single human being in this world should have these common sense thoughts, because it's just literally common sense. It's literally right in front of us. That's the fucking crazy thing. It's literally right in front of us that these assholes just don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it for now, guys. Love you all, man. Take it easy, and yeah, peace out for now, guys. Take it easy, man.